All right, I'm with Michael Gelman, the executive producer of Kelly and Michael. We are on the set right now in New York at the ABC station, finally coming to ABC in Chicago.
We're very excited to finally be there. You know, we've been in syndication forever, for more than a quarter century, and we've always wanted to be on your station, and so we're so happy to be there.
And you have some history with Chicago. You grew up in Highland Park for a little while, junior high and high school?
I consider myself a Highland Park boy, and I'm very happy that, you know, my old friends who are still there will get to see the show on ABC, and I watched ABC all those years when I was in Chicago, and so I'm happy to be coming back.
Yeah, and you're about to celebrate 1 year with Kelly and Michael together. What has made that partnership so good?
You know, there was instant chemistry that we saw even years ago when he was a guest, and you know, we went through that whole process of finding a new host, and I think you know, we hit the jackpot with Michael. It really has been a great partnership. The two of them have great chemistry from the beginning. It's only gotten better over the year, and we're, you know, culminating with a September 13th big anniversary show where we're gonna give our viewers a chance to, you know, see their top 10 favorite clips and all kinds of other looking back.
Yeah, does Michael always have as much energy as he shows on the show and even in the commercial breaks, warming up the audience, keeping them going?
Oh yeah, he's a very energetic guy, and you know, we needed someone like that to keep up with Kelly, because the two of them together, you know, explode with that kind of really exciting energy.
Yeah, and you've been through this twice now, the transition with Kelly.
Yeah.
And then the transition with Michael. The show is still as strong as ever. Is there one thing that stands out when you're looking for that person that they both have?
Well, they both have the ability to be themselves on camera, which really, as you know, is a tough thing. A lot of people are really funny at a cocktail party. You put them on camera and they clam up. And it's also hard to do it day in and day out. So we needed someone like Michael who had the confidence to keep up with Kelly, and also the confidence to do all that crazy stuff we asked them to do. And so, you know, we found a good partner for her, and the two of them really have been hitting it out of the park.
Yeah, as the executive producer, this is your baby. I mean, you care about this thing more than life, I know. And during the time, are you always wondering, how's the audience going to receive this? How's the joke going to be? I mean, you are literally steps away from the desk during the show.
Yeah, I mean, I always felt that I could have a bigger effect on the show being on the floor right off camera than I could in the control room, where a lot of the executive producers will sit, because I'm here, I'm dealing with the audience, I'm dealing with the host, I'm trying to, you know, kind of affect the show live as it happens. I mean, we really use the live aspect. So, I mean, I may set the timing on the show, but you know, it never goes the way that I want, so I'm reinventing the show as it's happening, and we're switching things around, and that's part of the fun and the excitement for me.
Yeah, most executive producers aren't on the air, but you were actually chiming in on the air over the years. Saturday Night Live has even spoofed you.
Many times.
do you laugh when you see that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, listen, it's an honor for them to even think about putting you on there, and I've been played by about 5 different people.
How are you today, Gelman?
I'm great, Reach.
You know, I'm not always thrilled with the portrayal, but it's always funny.
Gelman, how was your weekend?
Fine. My wife and I had dinner at Pastis. Then I went out to a few clubs of my own. So.
And I appreciate it, and I'm glad that they're paying attention to us.
All right. What can we look forward to the most with the new season coming up?
I think it's going to be a good year, and you know, we're going to be in Chicago where we always wanted to be. So I think there are big things in store for us.
Come by and see us on Windy City Live, too.
You bet we will.
All right. Thank you, Michael Gelman.
No problem.
We are here now with Art Moore, the executive in charge of production here for Live with Kelly and Michael. And Art, when you came here some 24 years ago.
I was a mere lad.
1 year after this show going national.
Right.
When you look back on those years, what a journey it has been.
Well, it's not only the journey, but it's the fact that it seems like 2 minutes. That's what's scary, because when I think about the number of things that we've done and the changes we've made, and we're still going strong, and now the best thing to be on WLS in Chicago, it's incredible. Right. I mean, I'm very lucky.
Yeah, yes, you are. And we're lucky enough to finally have Kelly and Michael on ABC in the family in Chicago. And you have some Chicago ties, too.
I do. I was born there. I was born there, and I still have cousins.
What are your fondest memories of Chicago?
Marshall Fields.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Just
Every Christmas, as I grew up, we had moved. So every Christmas we'd come back, and the holidays in the summer. And the big treat was to go down to Marshall Fields.
As you well know, those Midwestern sensibilities don't leave you. They don't go anywhere. It's something that is really a gem.
Now, I think that's true, and I think that's one of the reasons our show is so successful, because I think we do have that sensibility. And our appeal is much more Midwest, I think, in many ways.
Right. What has been your most fond memory of the show in the last 24 years? If you could narrow it, even
Lord.
get to the top 3. I know you've done so many wonderful things, and there have been surprises and memorable moments, but there has to be something that stands out to you.
Well, I think probably the immediate thing would be the change from Kathy Lee to Kelly, that was able to work. And then obviously Regis's farewell, which was bittersweet, obviously.
Yeah.
And then the success with Michael.
Right.
I mean, it's such a tribute to the staff and what they've been able to do to keep this train on track.
Yeah.
Because most shows, lucky if they last 5 years.
Right.
And to be this successful this long they put in a lot of work.
There has to be some formula. Or is it? Or maybe it's not a formula.
I think it's the staff. It's the they're so good, and they get it. And you know, we do have a limited staff compared to a lot of other shows, and they make the most out of what we have, and it works.
Right. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
letting us be here in New York. And
I'm
we're so
thrilled to be
excited-
back in Chicago.
And we're excited to have you back
Thank
in
you.
Chicago. Come through anytime.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm here with Laurie Schulweis, affectionately known as Sholey, here at Live with Kelly and Michael. She's the production coordinator and a Northwestern grad.
That's correct. Very
Yep.
proud Northwestern grad, I have to say.
What are your fondest memories of graduating as a Wildcat?
As Wildcat, I was there when Northwestern was a losing football team, so I'm very happy that they're now more of a winning football team. I forced my parents to let me stay one summer, and I ended up working for the city of Chicago in their special events department, and got to really get an inside look at what the city was like. I worked on Taste of Chicago and a couple of their festivals there, and you really got a feel for what a nice city it is.
Yeah, and you
Really
actually
enjoyed
got to go back to Chicago while working for the show?
I did, twice.
Now, as a production coordinator, what's your day-to-day duties around here?
My most important job is I'm responsible for the rundown for the show, so everybody, technical crew and the producers know what's supposed to happen during the show.
Well, Laurie, typically you are behind the scenes, but you've actually been on camera several times. They're always trying to set you up. There's all kinds of things going on.
Embarrassingly, I've dated on this show, I've been on diets on this show, and most famously, I got engaged on this show.
Get engaged?
Yes, it was a surprise engagement. I actually forbid my husband to ever do it on television, but nobody listened to me, and he got down on one knee and surprised me.
Well, you said husband, so it obviously
So
worked
it worked
out.
out, yes.
Good.
Definitely worked out.
Are there anything coming in the future? Are you going to be doing any more gimmicks or any bits?
Not that I know of. Only what happens inherently in the show. Sometimes I get called out every once in a while.
All right. Thanks, Laurie.
Sure.
That's good.